It's your boy Mullah. We back with another one. This week got that file. Paul George, playoff Pete, baby. It's gonna be okay, man. They did what they did. Y'all had a chance to steal. It's okay. Everybody can't steal. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Hold home court down, and y'all do what y'all gotta do, bro. Go ahead, let her rip. I know you about to say something crazy.
Last night with 26, but was 1 of 8 from beyond the arc, and PG-13 also missed 2 free throws with under 8 seconds left that would have put the Clippers up 3. Instead, the Suns went down and took the lead with the DeAndre Ayton alley-oop, which we now know very, very well. So, Shannon, that's a tough ending. Give PG-13 a letter grade for last night.
Skip, I gave him a D-. Because if you look at it, he had 23 points, Skip, but took him 23 shots to get it. Let's look at the first 45 minutes of the ball game. Paul George was 7 of 20 from the floor, 0 of 7 from 3. That's an F. And then you look at the final 2 minutes and 30 seconds. He had 9 points. I gave him an 8 for that. The final 10 seconds, he missed 2 free throws. That's another F. So to tally that up, Skip, I thought he gave him a D- ball. D-. Skip, you got You got to make those free throws. If you just make one, now a 2-pointer can tie you, or if you make both of them, it's going to take a 3 to send it to overtime. But you can't miss both because now you subject yourself to what happened.
You can't miss both, but it's okay. That was just a chance to steal a game. So Phoenix did what they did, okay? They held their home court down. It's okay. We only lost by 1. It's okay,
That would happen. So for me, I don't see how you get around it, Skip. And I told you, this is why you can't. He gave himself that name, Playoff Pete. He said he's Playoff Pete. That's anything but. Now I didn't know. I thought Doc Rivers said they wasn't gonna trade Ben Simmons. Was that Ben Simmons last night shooting the free throws? Oh, that was Paul Simmons. Or was that Ben George? Oh my goodness, Skip. I'm like, who's knocking on the door? That was Paul George Meade. I thought somebody was knocking on my door up in Bel Air. Yeah. I said, what
okay. Okay.
I know it. I know it. Skip, can I share something with you?
Yeah.
He's not that guy.
Not that guy.
He's not that guy. That's not you, bud.
I think you misnamed Paul George.
No, I didn't.
I think you should have called him LeBron George because he went LeBron at the end of the game. He went LeBron.
That was a good one, Skip. That was a good one. Skip in the pen. That was a good one.
At the end of the game. I give you that. He did exactly what LeBron has done so many times because LeBron James is simply the worst late game free throw shooter in the history of superstars in this league. There's never been anything statistically like what a disaster LeBron has been at the late game free throw line, which is why he is often run from the late game free throw line. Paul George has been nothing but money and clutch from the free throw line. Okay, you got me on this. In fact, saw a stat this morning. It was 104 times this year.
Your path to a bright future.
That Paul George made both free throws. So he had never, in 104 times shooting 2 free throws, he's never missed both of them until last night. Okay, so I'm going to give him a B+ for last night because I have never been prouder of Paul George. Because what's your favorite word? Context.
Yes.
Let's put this in context
Please
of what
do
he
that
did.
me.
Because all I heard after Game 7 at Philadelphia, Trae Young, he was lauded and applauded because he went to the fourth quarter 2 of 16, right? And what was he? Let's see, he wound up 2 of 11 from 3. I think he was 1 of 10 from 3 going to the fourth quarter. And he had a flurry, a significant all-time great flurry of he hit a jumper and a floater and a logo 3, right? Way to go, Trae Young. He's our little darling, right? Well, Paul George went way beyond what Trae Young did in the last 2 minutes of the game, the last 2:41. He was all-time clutch great. And to do that when you're shooting the ball so poorly. Remember, he was 0 for 7 from 3, and we got to see these shots in order. Can we see it again? 2:41 left. If we could see Paul George's 9 points in 2 minutes late in the game. He makes he's 0 for 7, and he bangs that one in to cut the lead to 3. Then with 56.7 seconds left, did that not look like a good free throw? This one's a little shaky. Up and in. Okay, all right, that was maybe a harbinger of what was to come, but that cut it to 1. And then here he comes back again, gets to the rim, and they lead by 1. He put them ahead by 1 with 30 seconds left. Then 22 seconds left, shot of the night. Clutch as you can get.
Yeah.
Playoff P, baby. So, don't get it twisted. It ain't over. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
And this is the quote-unquote pandemic P who was condemned in the bubble for melting down psychologically and mentally to the point that he needed counseling in the bubble.
Right.
And everybody ridiculed him because he is so mentally weak. And he has taken the biggest bunch of you-know-what from everybody all year long, including Devin Booker, who has trash-talked him the whole year long about how soft he is, psychologically soft, mentally soft. And for him to come back from all of the above, from having a putrid shooting night and heat up, that I just gave you 9 points in 2 minutes of time.
Yeah.
9 points.
I gave him an A for that.
Woohoo! Well, I'm giving him a B+ for the night because it's hard to do that when you're up against it.
Hold on. If you don't mind me asking, what's Paul George a career what from the free throw line? If I'm not mistaken, his career 84%.
Yep.
In the playoffs, he's been 86%.
Yep.
He went 50% last night, and you gave him a B.
I did.
How about this here? You win the game and he goes 80%.
Help me out. If he doesn't have this all-time salvo of 9 points in 2 minutes, are they in this game? Heck no. They're not even close.
Let me ask you a question. What are you going to remember about game 2? Are you going to remember that 9-point flurry in 2 minutes?
Well, you're asking the wrong guy. I'm going to remember 9.
No, you're not.
Yep.
No, you're not. You're going to remember those minutes. I guarantee you, they're not.
Don't remember the missed free throws. I Skip in the pan. You know what he talking about. So whatever. Cut it.
Going to show that flurry. When they go back and look at this game, everybody's going to look at what Paul George did with a chance to ice the game.
Okay. Want to know the
like
truth?
blood on a warm summer day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Help me out here. What if the refs make the right call? What if they make the right call?
Don't do that.
On the missed Bridges 3? If we got to see it one more time.
Don't do that, Skip.
What if you make the right call? Because it's clearly off 8
No,
and out of bounds. It's off 8, and if you call this correctly, the game is over. What would you remember if they got this right? What would you remember if the Bridges 3, which misses badly, it's off 8, and it's clearly he's 7 feet tall. He's the last guy who touches it. If you do this, if you go off Ayton's left hand, which it clearly is out of bounds, if you rule that the right way.
From here, they can't see it on replay.
Well, because they called it the wrong way to start with, and they protected themselves and their reputation by saying, we can fake this.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yep.
That the referees cost the Clippers a game?
Yeah, I'm exactly saying that. And if you make that call correctly, if you reverse that call correctly, if you reverse it, then nobody's remembering the 2 free throws. They're remembering that Paul George got him back in the game.
No, Skip, we can't do that. Because you said, well, if Top would have left Tim Duncan in the game, they had gotten the rebound. Oh, nobody will remember that. Okay, you're right. But they didn't. So let's look at it what it was. He was 5 of 10, a guy that's a career 84%. Now, you told me when George Hill made 1 or 2 as a career 80%. George Hill, you want George Hill at the free throw line at that moment? You wanted Paul George at the free throw line, and what did he do?
What has he shown you throughout his playoff career? And it's pretty lengthy, starting with Indiana, Oklahoma City, and here, right?
Yeah.
What has he shown you at the free throw line? He has been money.
No,
yes.
What he's shown me in the last 6-7 years is that he'll shrink like wet polyester.
Okay. Well, how about 56.7 seconds left? Is that under 1 minute?
Yeah.
Did he not make 2 free throws to cut it down to a 1 point lead?
Yes, he did that.
Okay. You got to give him credit for that because that cancels out some of what happened thereafter.
Skip, you lost because he's your best guy on the court at that time. He's the best guy. You want the ball in his hand. They didn't want to foul. They wanted to foul Patrick Beverly, but they made sure Patrick Beverly didn't touch the ball.
Okay.
So now PG got it. That's the guy you want at the line.
Okay. You know what would have happened if LeBron had been on the court? There's no way he would have broken into the backcourt and said, give me the ball inbounds so I'll be the one to get fired. He's classic. He'll go hide up court and let some Luke Kennard.
What my guy would have done, as you saw in Washington, when Kevin Love heaved it down and he turned and threw it, kissed him off the backboard for a 3-pointer. You remember that?
Dude, I was pure love.
Not everything he did is love.
He didn't call backboard from there.
You said, you know what? Guess what you did, Skip? You said the shot that he hit in Golden State was love. What I'm starting to notice is
what shot?
The one that hit in Golden State over Steph Curry. You remember that one in the play?
He was blind, man. He threw it up. It was luck.
Game when he hit that free over
Steph. The playing game.
Yeah, the one he hit from like 42.
Well, he said I was seeing 3 rims and I just picked the right one.
Exactly.
Well, that sounds pretty lucky to me.
What I'm starting to see, Skip, is that anytime LeBron James does something extraordinary, which he is extraordinary people do extraordinary things.
Who would you rather have at the late game free throw line?
Go.
Paul George or a LeBron James?
Go.
I don't want LeBrick.
Go.
Or Lagon. He's Lagon because I don't know whatever happened to LeBron James.
Look at it. Oh, guess what? Give it a couple of days.
Yeah.
And give it a couple of days.
Yep.
And your little Clippers will be Lagon too.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, your little Clippers.
Well, guess what? You're so afraid that you're saying that we just did a whole topic on it. You said, I've learned my lesson.
No.
Interesting.
I'm not saying that it's over. It's not over.
Well, if it's not over, then you think they're going to win game 3.
No, but even if you win game 3, that doesn't mean you win the series.
No, it does not. But again, they have taught you well.
Put it like this.
Don't bet against the Clippers in a do or die.
The question is, who would you rather be at this currently as we sit here? Mm-hmm. Would you rather be in the Suns' shoes or you rather be in the Clippers' shoes? Okay, well, you could have asked that. Listen, the Dallas series,
you can ask that about the Dallas series and the who they just beat. Wow. Jazz. Dallas and Jazz. Wow, my bad, people.
Everybody said it was over, and it was even more over when they fell behind 30-11 on Friday night in Dallas.
Okay, now you got to win 4 games without your best player.
Yep.
You believe you're going to do that? You want some do?
Nope, I don't.
No. I want 20 cases. I want 20 bottles of these.
20? You want 20? Skip, bet them, man. Just bet them. Bet them.
Double 2 liters. I bet 20 bottles.
Boy, that's gutsy on your part. That's really going way out to the end of the limb. Yeah. I'm impressed.
What?
Well, obviously, the Suns are favored. And by the way, I let you off the hook last night because if you'd had any courage of your convictions, you would have given me the 5 points. It was a 5-point game.
I tell you what I do. You know what?
And I would have won easily.
You're right. I let myself down. I didn't have the courage of my convictions. Yep. I give you the 1 point right now on Thursday.
Oh, wow.
I'll give you the point right
huge.
now.
Straight up, let's play out.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's wait until tomorrow. I got to hear more about what's happening.
Oh, no, you want to see if Chris Paul play.
And I want to make sure about Marcus Morris. Is he even going to play? Because he was 3 of 11 last night. And I told you, my team tends to go as he goes. And he went.
Well, there you have it. Uncle Shay gave him a D-. Playoff PEE. I can't do nothing about that. But hey, y'all heard it first. It's your boy Mullah. This week got that 5. And I'll be back with another. I'm out of here.